Good morning, everybody. Today I am in the city of Philadelphia. I kind of think it's the Roxborough area of Philadelphia. Definitely part of the Wissahickon Valley. And we are going to check out what some people call the Hermit's Cave. Other people call it Kelpius Cave. So it shouldn't be a very long hike. I believe it's only maybe about a mile. Maybe even less than that. That, of course, is if I'm going the right way, which you never know with me. Good morning. Oh, he's a little wound up. Wow. Yeah, have a good day. So that dog was a little feisty, right? But I turned the camera off and I was actually talking to that gentleman, and he actually gave me some history on this place. So it was pretty interesting. Great place to walk your dog. All right, there it is. The Hermit's Cave. Also known as Kelpius Cave. Somebody left a banana, an onion, and a banana. Two banana peels and an onion. Okay. Not sure what that's all about. Johannes Kelpius. So, Johannes Kelpius was a scholar. He was born in Transylvania, came to the United States in, I believe, 1694. Just headed up over the cave. So he came to the United States in 1694. And he chose Philadelphia because there was sort of a welcoming... William Penn was very welcoming to folks that were fleeing. Just take a view from the top. Were fleeing religious persecution. In other words, they were all about religious freedom. Many people call the group that Johannes Kelpius founded a cult. And in actuality, they were the first doomsday cult in the Americas, or at least that we know of. So just from what I read online, Johannes Kelpius believed that the world was going to end in 1700. So he brought a group, I believe it was 40 men out here. Interestingly enough, they called themselves the Society of the Wilderness of the Woman. So we can look that up. I mean, there's probably a reason why they named themselves that, but they were actually 40 celibate monks. So definitely an interesting name. But they believed the world was going to end in 1700. And obviously, it did not. So this here, I guess you want to call it a plaque or a monument or whatever. It was placed by the Rosicrucians. This was put up in 1961, and the Rosicrucians believed that, or they credit Kelpius with being the first, I guess, the founding member of their religion in the Americas. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But I believe that's why they put that up there. And this is what they call, I don't know if that's coming out on the camera, a little bit of sun glare there, but it's kind of like a cross. C-R-O-M-A-A-T. Again, sun glare. But it's called the Rose and Cross. I'm not really sure what that means, but I guess that's what Rosicrucian kind of stands for, right? Rose and Cross. So I'm going to go in. I did not bring a flashlight with me, unfortunately. But there's really not much to see inside the cave. I'm going to say it goes back about 20 feet. Again, not sure if any of this is coming out. I really need to invest in a very good flashlight or spotlight. Well, maybe just a really good flashlight. And I definitely should have had something like that with me today because I knew I was coming here. But really, no matter where you go, or no matter where I go, sometimes you run into something kind of cool that you want to explore and you need a light. I actually brought a headlamp that I use for running, like early in the morning or night running. And when I went to turn it on, the battery was dead. So there's that. But another interesting thing I wanted to say, and I didn't hear anyone else talk about this on their videos. This structure right here, structure was built in 1921. So it was not here when old Johannes Kelpius was residing here. But what I did notice when I went inside this cave before is there's rocks pulled out here from the bottom, which, I don't know, somebody's looking for something down there or tearing it apart. But there appears to be a rock wall behind that. So, also, most people believe this was used as a spring house at one time, and he actually lived in a small cabin right over here. This probably was used as a spring house later, possibly not. But it's believed he used this cave existed at the time of Kelpius, and he used this for an area to meditate and pray. And that's kind of what I believe. And he supposedly dug it out himself, or at least that's what many people believe. So I guess this was way back in 1694, so we don't know for sure. But this group that he founded, the Society of the Woman in the Woods, they were into some wild stuff. From what I understand, they planted their own gardens, and they had a lot of herb gardens and everything else here. But they would fast long periods of time, and they also would take mind-altering, I want to say chemicals, but not chemicals, but I guess herbs for hallucinating and whatever else they did. They were sort of mystics. Probably, I guess, mushrooms or something like that. And from what I understand, they learned about a lot of that from the native peoples, which were the, let me see if I can pronounce it right this time, the Lenape. This was obviously the middle of the wilderness in 1694. So I believe it says up here, he died in 1708. So 1673 to 1708. Well, he didn't live a very long life. So from inside Kelpius Cave, I think I'm just going to end my video here. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Take care, everybody.